Hello everyone, so in this lesson you're going to learn how to apply this technique, which is stippling technique, and on this worksheet you're going to be using the instruction given to you, and at the end of it you will be reflecting on what you have learned, what you think you did well on, and how you can improve on it. Now first things first, you got an image reference to work from, and this image is giving you a sort of stippling example. Now with a stippling technique, essentially you want to create dots by using a fine liner pen. When you're using a fine liner pen, make sure that when you're tapping it, I shouldn't hear a loud sound like this. That means you will be damaging my pen and I won't be able to reuse this for my next class. So please be mindful and respectful when using this particular tool. The next thing is when you're creating stippling technique, the number one rule is always making a dot mark. So I'm just going to zoom in quickly on one section of the image. Now, if I want to make an outline, the only way to do that is to create the dots to make an outline like this, overlapping each other, like so. And that's how you should create an outline. So you shouldn't be doing an outline like this. It should be using stippling technique like this. When you're thinking about tone, you should be placing lots of dots in one area, overlapping each other at some points to show dark tone. That's a dark tone. Now, if I want it to gradually become a lighter tone, what I'm going to do is start spreading out my dots that I've placed them and become fewer and further apart from each other. So that way you've got a light tone at the end. Okay, so just to recap, to make an outline, use a stippling technique. So make dots and joining it up like an outline. Okay, to show dark tone, there should be lots of dots in a similar area, overlapping each other and so forth. To make a lighter tone, dots should be further apart and there should be fewer dots. Right, I'd like everyone to have a go at this and just practice this on the corner of the page like I have shown here, and you have 1 minute to do this now. Okay, so we're going to apply this rule onto this drawing here. So I'm going to zoom back out, and here you've got a basic outline already, okay? And you're going to use the image to help you get started. So with that, I'm going to start by creating my outline and making these marks. And it should be carefully put together. Now, if I look carefully at this section, I can see on the image here, it's really, really dark. So that means I need to show lots of dots. Now, as you can hear, I'm not making this sound on a table. You can barely hear. I am touching gently with my pen on paper so that I don't damage this pen. Okay. And it will take some time to sort of reach that kind of tone that I want to achieve, so that is because it's a dark tone, so it does require a lot of dots, a lot of stippling. Okay, so I've got this bit done. Now I'm going to try and move on to this area of the stem, and as you can see, there are fewer dots because it's got lighter tone. So for that reason, fewer dots, and I'm spreading my lines out. And if I look at it on the other side, you can see that it starts to gradually become darker. So for this reason, in my drawing, I'm going to add more dots as it leans towards the other side where light can't reach. So areas where light can't reach, you know that it needs to be a dark tone. So that means you need to add lots of dots to show a dark tone. Be careful in how you add light and dark tone. Be specific to where it should show dark tones. So if that area is dark, you only add lots of dots in one area. If the other area is light, then you need to add fewer dots and make sure that they're spread out as well. Right, as you know, this is a demo video, so I won't be able to show you a finished drawing, but hopefully this can help you get started with your own drawing where you're applying stippling technique. What we're mainly looking for is that you're able to show tone when using this technique that you have just learned. Good luck everyone, and make sure you show resilience and be patient with yourself as you're doing this. Okay?